Now I'll go into some of Sam Snead stories. Sam Snead was, I knew Sam for a long time. Jack Nicklaus and I used to play an exhibition with him in Urbana, Ohio. There's a guy there named Warren Grimes who joined here, and he had a compound down here off Lake Ida, and he had 8 Japanese people working for him on the ground. He had a compound there. It's still there. And now it's Moore Cramney Museum. Moore Cramney was his butler. But anyway, Warren Grimes had been in the landing lights for airplanes. And I have a friend of mine who was a member of my club in St. Louis, was President Bowen. I said, "Did you know Warren Grimes?" He goes, "Oh yeah." He said, "I knew." He said, "We bought all our lights from Warren Grimes." He said, "Didn't know Warren Grimes, but he knew the company." So the guy was very, very successful. He joined here. He was not a golfer. And his daughter joined. She also joined. She lived over off number 2 green, behind number 2 green. And think of that number 2 green. I'm going to ramble a little bit. You could not play this course when it opened without seeing at least 2 rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes were all over the goddamn place. And the dump was over there to the left of 2 green. That's where the dump was back then. And the time you walked off 2 green, there'd be a rattlesnake right there. Just they were all over the goddamn place. So women were afraid to play here.
That's not a bad thing.
I was a little afraid myself.
Back to rattlesnake.
Right back to rattlesnake.
So I don't know. I haven't seen a rattlesnake here in years. I don't know if they still have, but I think what I was told by conservation people, they don't want to be around you anymore, and you want to be around them, so they clear out. So they're out in there, out west. Back then, this was all just palmetto bushes and pine trees, you know. The only thing out here was the seminary. That was here with pine tree, and then across the road on the Gulf Road, the Country Club of Florida was there. That was probably the first new course here in South Florida. Was pretty good, and it was pretty good. It's got a nice membership. But anyway, so Sam joins. And I'll tell you this story. Dave Morales not here, but he was the pro at Johns Island up in Vero Beach. The pro at Johns Island, when he opened, called me. His name was Mike Crack. He worked for Sam at the Greenbrier up in Augusta. Up in Greenbrier, up in West Virginia. And so he said, "You think, Sam, we're going to have our opening day? I don't know, February 23rd, whatever the hell it was. You think you can get Sam to come?" "Yeah, he'll come, but he's going to want to know what you're going to pay him." He said, "So you're going to have to let me know that before I ask him." So he called me back a couple of days. He said, "I went to the board, and they'll pay him $2,000. So anyway, so I told Sam, I said, "Johns Island wants you to come this day." "Okay, I'll go." So about 3 days before we're supposed to go to Johns Island, I said, "Sam, you going to drive or am I going to drive?" "What do you mean?" I said, "You know that thing's Johns Island's this Friday or Saturday." I can't remember which it was. He said, "I ain't going up there." I said, "Wait a minute, you can't do that." I said, "This guy, plus my Crack worked for him at the Greenbrier. He's told all the members you're coming. I'm sure they got posted signs, Sam Snead's coming, all this stuff. I ain't going." I said, "Oh shit." He walks out the door, his manners are wet here, he walks out the damn door. And what had happened, he told me, Household Finance had offered him $25,000 to come down to Doral and play with the board members. So he wasn't going to pass up that $25,000 for $2,000. So anyway, about half an hour, I went over and hit some balls. He came back. "Okay, I'm going." "Son of a bitch," he said. "I hate this." He said, "But you're driving." I said, "Okay." So he comes by the house over there and he picks me up. We go up and he's going to take his car. He just had this new BMW. He had it built over in Germany. It was a special edition. It would cost him, I don't know, $500,000 or something. So he said, "You're driving." Sam was a horrible driver, and he was fast. You know, he ran a stop sign up in Augusta. He killed somebody. And that was about 25 years ago. He killed somebody. So I'm driving, and I'm going up there, and he's telling me about all the money he's made. He owned 3 Pepsi-Cola franchises, and he owned the land where the route is. He owned 1,000 acres out there. That was his. So he made a lot of money. And so he's telling me all this stuff. So we go up John's Island, playing. I shoot 68, he's 400, and he hears that I'm low. So the last hole's a dog leg left at John's Island. He cuts the corner, hits the limb, and goes out of bounds. He is pissed. So he comes in the grill room like this. Everybody's in there having a drink, comes over, taps me on, says, come on, we're going. I said, wait a minute, you can't leave now. They haven't been out the board. Come on, we're going. I said, no, go and sit down and have a drink with your foursome there. So he did, so he did that. So he comes, going down US 1. He said, Bob, stop in there and get some of that Kentucky Fried Chicken. I said, well, give me $10. No, you want a damn term, you're buying the chicken. So we go on down the road, that goddamn gas tank's over one empty, that thing got about 2 miles a gallon. And he said, I said, Sam, give me your credit card, we gotta get gas in this damn car. He said, use your credit card, not mine, you won the damn tournament. So I fill the thing up with gas and come down. So 2-3 days later comes in the pro shops. Got your money yet? I said, no, I don't have any money yet. So, which I didn't. So 3 or 4 days later, he comes in, get the money. I said, no, I didn't get the money. I guarantee you're going to get the money. Jesus Christ. Don't worry about it. And he does. So I get the checks on me. He won about $500 more than me. I said, what the hell is this? He got $2,000. His team won the Pro-Am. My team didn't even finish in the goddamn Pro-Am. So Sam comes in and I said, Sam, you owe me $67 for that damn chicken and that damn gas. He looked at me and he said, you know what, Bob? I didn't tell you. They gave me an extra $1,000 under the table. That was Sam. A cute story had to do with Dick Wilson. Tommy Armour I knew from Wingfoot. He was a member at Wingfoot. And a really nice guy and a classy guy. And he had been pro down at the hotel. And then he retired, and then Sam took over. And Tommy was living over here in Delray. And was teaching some at Delray Golf Club, the public course there. And I asked him, I said, you ought to join Pine Tree Christ. You know, Sam's over there and got Louise Suggs and Mickey Wright. You ought to be over there with him. I ain't going to be around that damn Dick Wilson. I don't want anything to do with him. So anyway, so that went on. Well, Dick died, and Tommy came over here. And he was only here about a year and a half. And I came down one weekend to see my kids. They were still in school when I was up in St. Louis. I thought I would drive up to Pine Tree to see the clubs, there's nobody around. And so I go in there, nobody here. There's Tommy sitting over there at the end of the bar there. And I look, he had a bottle of gin under the table. And he said, Bob, I've only got about a month to live and I'm going to go out in style. He had that gin. But he was class act, and I told the board many times, they didn't have his name on that list down there with the Hall of Famers. I said, a lot of people didn't even know he was a member here, because he wasn't a member very long. So they didn't get to see him around, but he was a class act, and it was really. Does anybody have any questions about this golf course? You know, they asked me if they changed this course any. Not really. Number 10, when we opened up, was a par 4. The par 4. And it was also the first hole. So the tee was right next to the practice green there, where you couldn't see from the pro shop from the front, you couldn't see what was going on. And so they decided we'll just make it a par 5 and we'll move the first tee over to here. So they built that tee on this side of the wall. So that was changed. I'm trying to think of anything else, that was the biggest change.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Tee box.
Tee box, yes, that is a new tee box.
Where did they tee box? Number 8 tee box.
Yeah.
Was it back from
No, it wasn't there. It is new chief. It was one to the, you're looking down the curve, to the left, the one that's right here, close to the hedge. That was it. And number 16, we had a canal going across and across the fairway. And that they didn't have the money for the there. So that thing was open for about 3 or 4 years, and they finally, and I had Jack Nicholas here and I trying to get him to join, and I had his dad, and he could carry that damn creek, that canal. He's the only one I ever saw. Our press didn't even get to it. He could carry that thing from the back tee, and when he played, we played a lot together. He never played the Markers. We always played as far back as he could stand. I don't know where it was, where he didn't leave, there was Jack always wanted to go back because he's so damn long, he had an advantage on him. So he wanted to go way back. But anyway, I tried to get him to come here. What? He wasn't a gambler. No, we did not play for money. We never did. I played a lot. A lot of guys like to gamble, but he wasn't one of them. And, anyway, he went to Lost Tree because he wanted to have a boat on the water. And Lost Tree had about 3 lots that were on the water, not the ocean, because you can't park your boat on the ocean. He had it over there to the right of the clubhouse when you drive in. He's right there to the right. He's lived there his whole life. He and I, we started off, he and I played an exhibition with Sam and Pete Dye in Urbana, Ohio, for this Warren Grimes that owned the course up there in Urbana. And we played, and so this one year we're playing, we got invited to the World Championships in Chicago. They had invited 10 top amateurs in the country, 10 top lady pros, 50 top men pros. And so I got invited. So this Warren Grimes flies us up in his plane, and we take off. And Sam told the pilot, he said, "Turn this plane around." I mean, I've already filed a flight plan. Turn this plane around. We're going down to Huntington. So he changed the flight plan. We go down there, and here's some hooker waiting for him in the clubhouse. What the hell happened to that poor gal if we didn't turn around? I don't know.
Hey, Bob.